Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, September who knows, and I'm Kurt Halfyard of row3.com here for the substream, and we're at Midnight Madness once again. And tonight's film is Lovely Molly, which is by one of the two directors who made The Blair Witch Project, probably one of the more influential horror movies of the past 15 years, and it is actually 12 years old now. My Blair Witch memory, there was a preview screening in Toronto, and the electrical storm was so bad, and I think it just drove the hype of that movie up even further, that you had this crazy, dark, stormy night right before this movie that had huge buzz. I didn't make it to the screening, and I had been following it on the web for quite some time, and so when I finally did see it, the hype was insane, and you know what? Fuck the backlash. I still love that movie. So we're going to be talking to people in line about their Blair Witch memories and other ghost stories.
My memory of the Blair Witch Project was that I wasn't allowed to see it. Instead, I had to read the Time magazine article of it like 40 times because I was really obsessed with the idea of this movie, that these filmmakers shot something for so little and we got such a return and made such a sort of impression on people, which kind of set me up for slight disappointment for when I saw it on video. And I wasn't as scared as Time magazine promised.
I went to it on my own because nobody would go with me. So I sat in a theater by myself and went, ah, and then went home and thought, I need roommates.
I went to Cedarbrae Cinemas and saw it with a couple of girlfriends and tried not to throw up.
Or you have the reaction to the shaky handheld footage?
Kind of did, a little bit. It was, yeah, after a while I got a little bit nauseated, yes. But it scared the crap out of me.
Thank you very much for standing in line and coming here tonight. So we have a little something to ward off evil. If you wear it, the demon will not take you tonight. Excellent. Keep the evil away. We sold Blair at Sundance at midnight, so that was the first midnight screening ever. And it's just so cool to be here in Toronto. I love this festival. It's so cool to have Lovely Molly here, you know? It's crazy.
What are your expectations? Is it for the audience? Will it be screams or shivery chills?
This is the creepiest fucking movie I've ever been involved in. Making the movie was fucking scary, and watching the movie is just, it follows you home for a while. So I just hope that it surprises people. So.
I'm scared. Can you protect me from evil?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
What is your memory of the Blair Witch Project, seeing it for the first time?
In my parents' house with nobody else home on a dodgy VHS tape that was probably a pirate. And it seemed like a good idea at the time till the movie finished and I realized I was in the basement and no one else was home, and maybe I would just stay there on the couch and maybe put the blanket around me and not go upstairs because I wasn't as tough as I thought I was.
What are your expectations for tonight's film, Lovely Molly?
This is one of the Midnight Madnesses that I actually know nothing about, and I didn't watch any of the trailers because I actually want to go in and have it scare the crap out of me without having anything spoiled.
All of us are going in blind, but I have my protection. Not, you people don't have protection, but I have protection. Okay, we'll see you after the movie and we'll talk about it a bit. Cheers.
And I'm really excited to introduce the Midnight Madness audience, you guys, to the director of Lovely Molly, Eduardo Sanchez.
Lovely Molly is, my kind of experiment in taking the first-person cinema that Dan and I kind of brought up with Blair Witch Project to a different level. I hope you guys enjoy the experiment. Thanks for coming out, really appreciate it.
I haven't seen these other two films. I can't speak to that, but this has got some similarities to Blair Witch Project.
There's a call out right at the beginning when you have the heroine confessing tearfully to the camera. If that's not a call out to Blair Witch, then nothing is.
It's a straight up, hey, by the way, I'm the guy that made Blair Witch. Here's a sop to all my fans. I'm gonna have some of this kind of stuff. Now that that's acknowledged, let's go into the weird, psychological, demonic possession, ghost haunting territory that the film explored. What did you think of it, Kurt?
I think there's a really good movie in there somewhere. I really do think that they pulled off some of the chills and the overall possession of the lead character in a really, really convincing and solid manner. Some of the supporting characters, I wasn't quite sure if the film needed some of these side plots. They have a lot of video footage. I really did like that. They sort of break the movie up into chapters with this footage of her stalking in the woods. So in a way, it's like an inverted Blair Witch Project where she's pretty much slowly turning into the witch. And
yeah.
I thought that was very effective.
I'm not a fan of is the haunting in her head? Or is there really a ghost around genre of horror filmmaking? This, however, is about as elegantly as that's handled, because they paid attention to stuff like chunking up the film with these atypical scenes of her or maybe someone else, because I thought they were going to go in another direction with that footage, which I think is actually a thing that was handled well. That you and I came out with different ideas. That's to the film's credit, I think. I loved it. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up, and that's based purely on my kind of litmus test for horror films, where you know you're going to be confronted with a horrific scene, right?
Right.
If a film can 3 times, where you're on the threshold, that kind of apprehensive thing, waiting for it to come, and you think, I have no idea what they're going to show me. There's one scene where you kind of go, well, fuck, I didn't expect that, and it's probably worse in a way than what I expected. It's to be unpredictable, but within some kind of context or theme is a super hard thing to do, and that film did it really well, I think. So,
if there's one thing that Eduardo Sanchez learned from the Blair Witch Project, is that you just let your soundtrack do the work. The movie opens up with is someone breaking into the house? Isn't someone breaking into the house? The Foley on that is amazing.
Yeah.
And the best part is that it doesn't actually tell you what it is. And it just, the magic about Blair Witch is that you're looking at a blank screen and you're hearing things and you're straining. And this movie has that.
So what's tomorrow? What are we watching tomorrow? Are you around tomorrow?
I am around tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is the Canadian post-apocalyptic film, The Day. And I'm actually kind of stoked for that.
So check back tomorrow night for coverage of The Day. Thank you, Kurt. As always.
Cheers, my man.
You had nothing but intelligent stuff to say. God.